rooms?
Sandy, Graham Corn's very, very vocal. In fact, more vocal than I've heard him at all this season. Now, he's asked the players to talk it up. Now, when there's two going for the ball, talk to each other so one can go forward and take the ball. Also, tighten up in defence, wear your opponent like a glove, and forget the short little kicks. Go long where possible, and also try to keep it low to make it a little easier for the forwards in these wet conditions. Again, he stressed to use that middle corridor. Now, Robert Shaw, unfortunately, we weren't allowed into the Fitzroy rooms. Robert took the players behind closed doors, and unfortunately, Sandy, we weren't invited.
Max, these pockets, they appear to be pretty difficult any time, but even more difficult when you've got a swirling wind as we have tonight.
Yes, Andy, you're right. The pockets here at Football Park in any conditions, when you've only got just a slight wind, the way the stadium is built here at Football Park makes it very difficult. In these conditions, just about impossible. And I think Graham Corns knows that only too well. That's why he's saying kick down the centre.
Thank you, Max. Set to go now, the second half here at Football Park. There's only a couple of points in it. Fitzroy lead. They'll be very keen to build on that. The Crows would dearly love to bounce back, sock it off the ground towards the boundary line, and it will go over the line for a throw-in. Stephen Paxman.
Well, he learned his lesson then.
I was just going to say exactly the same thing. Was that hit or miss?
Yeah,
because he made a mistake, didn't he?
He should have done it second quarter, cost them a goal.
That's right.
Ironmonger and Micken. Good to see you happy, Don. Out the back it comes. Marshall couldn't take it. McGrath shows desperation. Marshall tried to sock her off the ground.
I'm starting to worry because Don and I have thought alike on many occasions tonight.
Don't worry, it won't last. Still on the outer side of the ground. Ironmonger, eyes only for the ball. Micken comes over the top. Clue couldn't take it cleanly. And free kick going the way of Fitzroy. Hocking could have been the one to infringe. So from half back, they drifted up to the wing. Oh, Maynard was the high flyer. Johnston tackled, looking for the free kick, didn't come his way. Lyon in strongly. Jarman a chance. Does well. Shoots the hand pass out, and they're out of trouble. Back towards the centre. Difficult ball for all concerned. Marshall does well to spoil. McGuinness applies the tackle. Ball spills free down towards the half-forward line. Picked up by Dundas. Wobbles the kick, but Smart is in front. Lee there with him. Smart asks the question. The umpire says no, we'll have a bounce.
On nights like tonight, you really can throw yourself in, can't you, Peter? Because there's never seems to be too many injuries or serious injuries come out of on days or nights like tonight. Thanks, Peter.
I agree with you, Don. 2 points the margin. Fitzroy lead. Dundas tried to kick it off the ground. A free kick going Adelaide's way, though. And it will go to Bickley. Bickley in that back pocket. Now he's going short looking for Maynard. Very strong overhead mark, Rodney Maynard. Oh, that's off the side of the boot. Straight over the fence. A shocker.
The other important thing is to get a score on the board early in the quarter, because on adverse condition days, they change the ball every quarter. The ball gets heavier as the quarter goes on. It doesn't carry as far.
We saw Denny Hughes on interchange a moment ago with young David Brown from Port Adelaide, and hasn't had a run tonight, Denny Hughes. Donato for the half-forward line. All players waited back for that. Lindner, Abernathy. A high floater to the centre of the ground. Roos takes front position. Great use of the body. Then he taps it on. Donato to the half-forward line. Bickley again. Oh, great tackle. Well done, Dundas. And
I thought he was over the boundary line.
The initial tackle was before the line.
It, over the boundary line.
Well, there's the kick up towards full forward. McCormack, he's got class. Look at that kick. Around the corner he goes and through for a behind, but he's a very clever player. He's kicked 2 goals too, Brendan McCormack. So a vital
2 goals
quarter.
too.
A slight advantage to the end that Fitzroy is kicking to, so they'd want to kick a couple of goals this quarter. They lead by 3 points. There's Maynard, dispossessed. Lee taps it towards the line. O'Connell tries to tunnel ball it. He does well. Sock it off the ground. This could be a goal. Oh, hit the post. So a bit of bad luck there for Fitzroy. A great attempt. And there's some happy, well, they're so happy you think they barracked for Fitzroy. Lee About to bring it back into play. He's not sure where to kick it. Oh, I think he might have kicked it straight to Johnston here. Oh, he couldn't quite hang on to the mark. Linda
free kick,
went to
free kick.
oh,
Johnson should have punched that ball. He was behind, tried to mark it. Better to thump it back.
Linda to centre wing.
Now there's holding again.
Pushing and shoving going on. Here's Paxman trying to pick it up. Now he taps it on. That was good play. Baldwin.
Maybe half-back flank now, Baldwin.
Well, over the back is Dundas. Very quick player. Jimmy Wine smothered off his boot. Dundas and Wine go again. Off the ground by Wine. Towards half forward. Broderick. Hand pass out to Johnston. He's got backup support. Fitzroy take it back to Broderick. That was from Ross Lyon. Oh, was that a free kick for a push? No. Jarman cleverly and finds Abernathy.
Abernathy has Smart. And they take it up towards the half-forward line. Jamison comes over the top, pushes down in front. All Fitzroy. Dundas. Oh, backed into the pack. Lost the football. Fitzroy may get out of it yet. On centre wing, Jimmy Wind a chance to push it forward. He does towards Dundas, who gains another 5 metres. Very, very tight. Lip tap. Marshall. A high kick. Ironmonger sprints to the ball and gets there.
Oh, I'd get out of his road.
He's a character, isn't he?
A character.
Oh, he's a ferocious-looking character.
Actually, didn't he go once? He picked someone up and
slammed
up
right
the
Collingwood.
slam. Oh, put him through the... Oh.
to half-forward. Only as far as half-forward. Lee picks it up, pumps it back towards the centre. Osborne, an intelligent soccer off the ground, but straight to Micken. Micken with a left foot finds Klug on centre wing. Thought about the hand pass, now swings with a left foot. Not a good kick. Not a good kick. Paxman.
Just get the feeling that the Crows are getting into it. They're getting more people around the ball.
Lynch. Long kick to the half-forward line. No mark taken, but Brett Stevens recovers. Heads towards goal. This may bounce through. He's done it.
6-3 to 4-5. And full marks to Alistair Lynch, who backed himself in and left Hodges. And that long booming kick down towards the forward line. Great effort. Vital few minutes coming up here. They lead by 10 points, Fitzroy. If they could get a 3 or 4 goal break, they'd be very, very hard to pick up under these conditions. The scoring ends slightly towards the end that Fitzroy are going to, but they're pretty desperate in the clinches. So have Adelaide. They've picked up their game. Very early in the game, it looked all Fitzroy. They looked much the better side. Umpire getting out of the glue pot. Open Marshall's been fairly quiet. Oh, tapped down beautifully by Big Ironmonger. Here's Linda. Oh, the kick only travels straight to Donato. It's going to be a good player, David Donato. That could have been a free kick for in the back. All players charging, and now it's a holding the man decision. Will go the way of Fitzroy. And it's Frank Bizzotto. Bizzotto to the half-forward line. Players working overtime. Kick very, very quickly up towards the half-foot. Oh, look at that, McCormack. Brilliant. O'Connell off the ground. Intelligent play. Socked away by Abernathy. Filkey traps it well. Kicks it wide now. It just bounces before the line. And look at that rain. Absolutely pelting down now. Jason Baldwin on screen.
But the other thing is the ground's hasn't cut up at all. That's one thing. Like yesterday, I hark back to the game out at Western Oval. That was a quagmire, especially in the centre.
Lindner attempts a soccer off the ground, gave us a few metres, but Fitzroy doing all the attacking down towards the forward line again. McCormack trying to use the body, not successful. Stevens through, wants another one, can't get it all. They've got player in the square. Good hand pass over the top to Dundas, and Fitzroy looking good.
Beyond 2000.
16 points, playing great football, and a lot of class being shown by Brendan McCormack up at the full forward post. It's been a good coaching move, that, as the Crows go forward, but another Fitzroy free kick.
The thing about McCormack, Peter, is when he attacks the ball, which he has on a couple of occasions, he doesn't fall over. You watch a number of players that attack the ball and then fall over at the critical point. He'll keep going.
No one on the mark as Jimmy Wine kicks to the half-forward line. Gee, another goal here at... Oh, that was nearly a throw by Abernathy. Out to Lee. He's found Filkey. Filkey at half-back to centre wing. Big Ironmonger put the hands up. Paxman, clever little kick out wide because he saw Wine. Oh, Wine, well done. Looking for Baldwin. McGuinness overran the ball. Baldwin couldn't pick it up. Oh, no, it ended up with McGuinness. There were 3 Fitzroy players there. McGuinness to half forward. Fitzroy working very, very hard. Paxman again. Fitzroy through Kepler. Will go with a long bomb. That's the way to play it. Up towards half forward. Over the back. Players race after. David O'Connell showing pace. Tapped it back, but waiting for it was Smart. And they get it out of defence towards the half-back line.
And that's as far as it'll go because Donato picks it up for Fitzroy and sends the lines back into attack again. Good smother by Lindner. Thank you, Don. Klug tried to get the handball away. Lindner another one. Off to Hart. Now they might be able to start to mount something here. Liptak to half forward. Hodges.
No, he's going to be paid to push in the back, not the mark.
Well, there's no one in the goal square with for 25 metres. He could go over the top, and that's what he's going to try to do. He's set sail for home. They're getting back on it now. And well done. Good defensive work right on the last line of defence. Osborne soccers off the ground. He's still going, Aussie. Well played.
Deliberate. No, it was deliberate.
Yes, but it's not been paid.
Great play, Osborne.
It was deliberate.
Well, that was the intention, but where else would he go? Where else could he go?
Throw in. Liptak. Socket clear. McDermott gets a short kick. Liptak tries to belt it off the ground again. Wind and McGuinness race for it. Baldwin. Ooh.
Not that.
The tackling by both sides has been fantastic. McGuinness still at the bottom of the pack. Looking for the free kick, or will he lose it?
Good umpiring to let that go, isn't it?
Tony McGuinness picks himself up out of the mud. I can't believe it, says Tone. McGrath edged into it by Jarman. And going to get a free kick. He's got players screaming for it. Wide.
He's picked out a CROWS
poor kick. He's gone towards Filkey. Stevens makes ground, but the ball goes over the line.
He's got to improve his kicking, Justin McGrath. 3 or 4 times tonight he's kicked poorly. Abernathy coming off.
But what about the conditions? I thought he's kicked quite well on occasion. Showed good skill. On occasions, well, you know, the weather. Saw Maynard kick it out of bounds on the full.
Brown back on.
Brown back on. Who's gone off? Abernathy.
Just little things going Fitzroy's way at the moment. They look the better side. Oh, beautiful kick that by Richard Osborne to centre wing. Socket off the ground. Gee, they're playing intelligent football, Fitzroy. He'll get there first. Fitzroy do through Lyon. Oh, yeah, well picked up by Smart, because if he had missed that, goal. It would have been a goal to Fitzroy. Look at the Fitzroy players. 3-on-1 here. Broderick. Clever hand pass. Donato, the short one. Oh, bad kick. And out of bounds on the full. So it'll be a penalty kick down there to Bruce Lindner. Just get the feeling if they could get another goal, Fitzroy, they'd be very hard to peg back. Paxman couldn't mark that. A difficult one. McDermott's been quiet. Darryl Hart on the left foot. Oh, Wine used his body well and kept and trapped it. Socket off the ground by Jarman. Hodges against Lynch. Back up support from Baldwin. That was good play. And he finds Osborne. Osborne, quick kick to the half-back line. He's got Paxman. Should take this to the line, Paxman. And he does.
Now that's deliberate.
Well, probably the intention was there, but he didn't have much choice.
You've got to kind of do it a little bit better than that part.
Jarman going short again. Looking for Hodges.
Oh,
throw it. It's
well, it would have been a throw, wouldn't it?
He's going to throw it in.
It must have been over the line before he threw it.
I think it went over. It was a superb throw, though. Micken wins it. Taken back towards the half-back flank and close to the line. Oh, just about out on the full. And realising it. So Mark Bickley to take advantage of Matthew Dundas's error. Bickley's kick. Ironmonger at the back. Hammers it down. Going to be kept going by Jamison. He picks it up and he kicks beautifully in towards full forward. No holding is being paid by the umpire, and it's run over the line for one behind.
Why can't the umpire see it?
No, not a free kick. You know, they were both pushing and shoving that time.
They don't push and shove, they hold. There's a big difference.
Lynch to bring it back into play.
good fullback, isn't he, Lynch? Look at the kick.
Jarman at the back. Couldn't take it cleanly. Johnston working hard. Eventually socked up towards McGuinness, but he's beaten by Jimmy Wine, who does well and goes to the outer side. Filkey is there, however. Johnston chasing. Kapler is also there. So to Lidner. And it's he who comes away. Bruce Lidner. Well-directed kick. Or Jamison dropped perhaps what he should have taken, but it is tough. Jarman asks the question.
That's not right. Look.
That's murder.
And Jarman gives one too.
In towards full forward. Ironmonger, 1, 2 grabs, not paid. Oh, an opportunity for the Crows now. It's almost in the square with Marshall. His sock is off the ground, but it's smothered. And a throw it in the right forward pocket. Desperate defence by the Fitzroy boys there, and very good play.
And what's so obvious in this quarter, every time there's a loose ball, there's 3 Fitzroy against 1 Crows. So Fitzroy work a little bit harder. There's Klug lying on top of it. The players desperately trying to get it out. There's Ruse. Marshall. Quick kick. That was good play. And he's found Jamison.
He spotted that Jamison too.
A vital kick coming up here to Rodney Jamison.
Now watch this. Now Marshall actually spots him. Look.
Clever play.
It was good play.
And he's a pretty good kick at goal too, although conditions so slippery and the footing wouldn't be all that
making the distance, don't they? The ball will carry.
Well, they need it. They would trail by 9 points if he kicks this. Oh, beautiful kicking style. Lovely goal.
9 points the margin. Kapler tries to take it out of the centre, but it's picked up by Maynard, who goes to centre wing and finds Filkey.
Push out.
Gonna lose it. Pushed him out. Baldwin tumbling Fitzroy into attack. Can they answer the challenge? McCormack tried to tap it on. Jarman under great pressure at the bottom of the pack. Still an opportunity for Lyon. But he kicks across the face of goal and it bounces out of bounds in the right forward pocket. Just under 10 minutes remaining in this vital third quarter. And wouldn't a win for Fitzroy be a truly great fillip, especially considering the financial plight they're in?
And they've also got a function next week, the Fitzroy players at the Santa Fe Hotel.
Kapler.
Oh, good play. He's played a terrific game, Kapler.
Santa Fe Hotel. The disco on Sunday nights, organised by Ricky Jackson and Brian Wilson. And it's good to see those players getting in and helping Fitzroy too.
Once again, another throw in.
I thought for a minute you had chairs in the place.
Resident disco reporter.
Well, we all know how Fitzroy had tried to raise money. In actual fact, they had a rally today out at Coldstream. I was out pushing him a bike and I saw they had a rally. So they're trying desperately. So let's hope they can do something.
Lyon couldn't take it. Sock it off the ground. Ooh. And another throw in right besides the behind post.
A goal here would be handy to Fitzroy. Would it ever?
Oh, word. 9 points the margin at the moment in a low scoring affair, but it has been very good. Lee, short kick towards Hart, picks it up now, the former North Adelaide captain, goes to the half back line. Ruse couldn't complete it. McGuinness shrugs the tackle beautifully, but then gets claimed by Donato, and a lovely tackle, and he's been pinged.
Yes, that was a great tackle.
Donato to half forward. Mick it in front.
Did that look worse than what it was?
I don't know, but you two are starting to sound like the Norman Lubbock choir. To the half-back flank. Smart. Claim. Filkey to half-forward. Kapler. Couldn't take the mark. Danger signs here. Still on half-forward. Klug was at the bottom, but Ironmonger comes away with it. And the big man gets a kick over the centre, up towards centre half-forward. O'Connell in from the side. Dundas waiting down. With him is Hart. Dundas does well. Was looking for Baldwin, but Filkey intercepted. This time it's Hart. Great tackle. Filkey, another great tackle. Look at Fitzroy working at the bottom of the packs. Again, the question is asked by Johnson. Not paid. Smart gets a handball away.
Oh, look at Lyon.
And eventually a bounce.
Was that Ross Lyon? Let's have a look at the bottom of that pack. I think it was or Andrew Johnston.
Johnston.
Yeah, Johnston. Almost on centre wing. Micken taps it down with the right hand. Umpire will come in and throw the ball up again. Now, scoreboard is 36 to 45, so 9 points in favour of Fitzroy. And all night...
What would that margin be worth on a dry day?
4 goals?
Ooh, yeah, 4 goals, I'd say. Now, there's Marshall with a quick kick to the centre of the ground. McGrath with pace. Socket off the ground by Hart. Now, who'll get there first? It's Fitzroy. Good play by Richard Osborne. And he crashes into the Crows players. They came towards him. Centre wing is McDermott. Danger a couple of minutes here for Fitzroy. Just under 6 minutes of play left in the third quarter. McDermott brings it to half forward. Over the back, it's McGrath. Taps it on. He's got backup support from Kepler. Kepler should race it to the line here. And he does. Good play, Darren Kepler.
Throwing in the right forward pocket. 5.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Micken over the back was looking for McGuinness, but he gets claimed. Jamison gets a hurried left foot kick. Lynch, which way will it bounce for the defender? He takes it away from Hodges and sockers it off the ground, gathering valuable meterage. But McDermott intercepts. He's well tackled. The ball spills free. McGuinness has trouble, and he's claimed.
He's gone again.
Beautiful tackle. Ball has it booted out of his hands. I think they are the normal require. Lip tackle. Back in towards full forward, and a courageous mark taken by Paxman.
He's done all right tonight, Paxman, on occasions.
As long as you don't say the Luton girls choir, Sandy, we're happy.
His kick, the other side. Filkey at the back. Advantage is paid. He plays on. Hocking. Oh, Eddie. Couldn't take it. Oh. Yeah, but he comes back again, the missile. And he sends it up towards full forward. Hodges, socks down, body over the ball. But it's Lynch again and Ironmonger who combine to get Fitzroy out of trouble. They're doing grandly, the Lions. Holding on.
See that? Alistair Lynch is a good player now, isn't he?
Dundas to take it, Pete.
Good play by Dundas too. Geez, a greatly improved player too. He used his body. Oh, here's a chance. Oh, McCormack. Now he's got it. Will he pick it up? No, he can't pick it up, McCormack. He goes to ground. Oh, he only had to pick that ball up. It would have been a goal.
Yeah, Johnson running past.
Liptak tries to get away with it. Oh, gee, that was bad luck for Fitzroy. Bickley still trying to grab it. The slippery ball. Is that holding the ball?
It helps the guy running second, doesn't it, these conditions? Because we saw McCormack, he could have got it across. And we saw on that occasion, the Crows could have broken. But again, it's a weather, and Elliott about to come on.
Yes, and they're taking off the big man, O'Connell. The ball on centre wing, Filkey. Elliott raced at him. Filkey gets it round the corner. Klug couldn't take them up. Good tackling. Tremendous exhibition of tackling. Marshall off the ground. Again, Lynch in front of Hodges. Admittedly, conditions favouring the back man tonight, but Lynch has been great.
But listen, he's a full-back and he's attacking the ball. I've only seen 2 full-backs do that this year. One is Martin from North Melbourne, and Lynch on that occasion.
Yes,
it's good to see full-backs at least prepared to back themselves and run at the ball.
Well, here's danger because Little Brown charging at it. Liptak now, he took that over the line, I feel he did. So it'll be a throw-in at half forward for the Crows. Just under 3 minutes, and a vital 3 minutes because Fitzroy have to hang on to this 9-point lead. They wouldn't want it to be 3 points at three-quarter time.
Well, that's what happened just before half-time. So let's see what does unfold. Socket off the ground. David Marshall's at the bottom of the pack. Goes close to the line once again. An opportunity now for McGuinness. Can he get clear? He's away, Tony McGuinness. This is a vital kick. Pulls it back, but he's pulled it too far, and 1 point goes on the board. 5-7. Plays 7-3. 8 points the margin.
Not quite enough, I don't think. We need another goal, Fitzroy.
Well, one thing's for sure, Pete. We're going to be in for a terrific last quarter.
It's been a great game.
It's been an exciting game, hasn't it?
Has Donald.
Well, he didn't kick it.
What's he done? What's he done?
Well, you've got to kick it clear of hand and foot. Yeah.
So we'll have a bounce just 10 metres out. Here it is again. He just pops it straight up in the air. Lynch tried to hammer it through from behind. Danger here. The short kick Won't quite reach Hodges. Jamison overruns it. Osborne at the bottom. Trying hard as Liptak. He was the one who had the original kick. And eventually FITZROY push it to the outer side.
Yeah, lucky to get away with it, FITZROY.
Under 2 minutes remaining. Here's the throw in. Micken and Ironmonger. Micken using the right hand. Socket clear in towards the half-forward zone. Oh, Lindner picks it up. Goes across the face of goal and out of bounds on the full.
It was the right thing to do by the Crows to bring it back out into the centre.
If I was FITZROY now for the rest of this quarter, I'd just soccer it off the ground and kick it as long as you can. No mucking around on the back.
It's pretty hard to do, soccer it off the ground and kick it long.
Broderick. Let them think about that. Micken. Not paid. Jarman. Oh,
that's a
through.
throw.
Yes. He's not happy, Jarman. He is not at all happy, but the decision has been made. McGrath kicks towards centre wing. Solid chest mark. Oh, Dundas goes steaming past Stevens. But it's good smother by Lindner. Tackle is high. Maynard will play on. Bickley was going to take the free kick. Maynard takes it down to half forward, and there's a good effort to mark by Ironmonger. Not paid, however. Back towards Jarman once again. He slips at the critical stage. He didn't throw that one. McGuinness clean bowled. Look at the desperation of McGrath at the bottom of the pack, and we'll find ourselves with another bounce.
Thought it'll be a great last quarter, won't it?
Bizzotto and Jarman exchanging pleasantries. Only seconds remaining, and I think you're right, Peter. FITZROY have saved valuable time. Dundas suckers off the ground and charging him. It was McDermott, and it is Dundas who'll take the free kick, but he won't have time.
It was well done by the little fella because the big fella had the braid on him. And there's an altercation on the centre wing. Jarman's involved.
Yes, well, Jarman was a little upset when he lost that ball because of a throw, and since then has been a little frustrated. And the crowd in chart. Let's check these three-quarter time scores. FITZROY a 7-3, 45, leading Adelaide 5-7, 37. Guides there, won't you, for times of those games. This is the situation at Football Park at the moment. FITZROY are holding Adelaide. FITZROY 7-3, Adelaide a 5-7.
Today's game is part of the Carlton and United Breweries 1991 AFL Premiership season.
You'll see all the top sport only on 7, and for all the petrol heads that love the touring cars, well, round 7 comes to South Australia on June the 23rd. That'll be north of Adelaide at Malala. Check your local guides for times on that one. And as far as rugby league is concerned, the Test series is on 7, and that also is just around the corner. But all those events, always check your local guides. Max Stevens is down on the boundary line. Max, a critical time now for both coaches.
Certainly is, Sandy, and once again Robert Shaw did the old Robert Walls trick and took his team to the centre half forward area. Now he's told his players that Adelaide has the use of the breeze, and the breeze has sprung up a little, and he said this is the time when you've got to attack in defence. Don't wait for the ball to come to you. Go out and attack that ball. Graham Corns obviously suffering from a virus or the flu. His voice very, very husky, and he's told the players, show the desperation that you showed me in that third quarter in this last quarter. He also pointed out that the team that will win tonight here at Football Park is the team that's got the guts to continue on in the final quarter.
Thank you, Max. Let's have a look, Donald, quickly at the third quarter only stats.
Well, the handball's favouring FITZROY. Centre breaks in order of FITZROY. 2 free kicks FITZROY's way. Tackles FITZROY's way, but really stats on today, there's not much in those stats, Peter. I mean, it's the endeavour, the way these guys are attacking the ball, and the other important thing is the concentration. If you allow an opponent to get away, we've seen on both sides, on occasions they've allowed players to get away, you know, they'll pay the penalty. We saw there Jarman going across and asking Peter Carey about that handball decision before. He was deemed it as a throw. So I believe now we've got a great quarter of football coming up because the players will definitely throw themselves in.
The margin is 8 points. 8 points favouring Fitzroy. The Crows with the breeze. Micken couldn't take it. And another ball up in the middle. To rewind at the bottom of the pack. Micken again wins it, looking to get it down towards McGuinness. Thrown out by Marshall. And goes in after it once more. Socket clear. Crows have it almost down to their half-forward line. Osborne pushes towards the boundary line, little toe poke. Filkey's quick. Well, now he did throw that back in. Jamison, and eventually over the line. Solidly met was Donato.
Maynard down at full forward for the Crows too.
Here's the throw in. Ironmonger jostling for front spot, and he does win it, but it goes to Filkey. Now he looked for the free kick.
Yes, he looked for that.
And he got it. Grant Filkey. Up towards half forward. Klug come out. Couldn't take the mark. Marshall a chance after taking it from Liptak. A high kick. Fitzroy's defence and Kepler standing strong. The crowd don't like it. They thought there was some illegal shouting. All alone. Brett Stevens goes over the top of Jarman. Up towards the half-forward line. Abernethy out in front, just pushed it down towards Lee. He gets a hurry kick up towards Jarman on centre wing. There's two of them there. Jarman has it now. Goes for a hand pass over the top. Maynard couldn't take it. Stevens tries to get it out. Jarman eventually does to Hocking. He shrugs the tackle, Eddie, and he gets a kick down towards the right forward pocket, but it's out of bounds on the full.
See, there was good play before by Paxman. He took on those two Crows players, and he held that ball in there. This will be a terrific good. I'm looking forward to this. Paul Roos only had 6 kicks, but he's been a good player. He's worked very, very hard and done a lot of nullifying work. Great mark, Micken. Terrific mark. I'll have to come back. Good year. He's taken many splendid marks this year. Short pass, finds Bickley. Danger here for Fitzroy. It's kicked up in front of goal, but Alistair Lynch supreme at fullback. Read it beautifully. Over to Osborne. He's been a good player, Richard Osborne, for the half-forward line. Let's see what Ross Lyon can do here. Oh, that was clever play, Lyon. He tapped it on, playing for the free kick, and then goes and gets it. Brilliant play by Lyon. Gee, a goal here would be handy as he goes to the forward line. Kicked away by Abernethy. The centre wing, Osborne. Oh, brilliant pick-up, Richard Osborne. Well done. Gets his boot to it and gets it to the line.
It was also a good effort by McDermott because he only just got a hand to Osborne and still restrained him. The ball went over the line. It was a great effort by two players. They're both captains or respective captains.
No score so far in this quarter. Lyon claimed by McDermott. Ball spills free. There's another go. Bickley got it out. 5 or 6 metres. Jarman like lightning to half. Now the Crows have it over the centre.
He's held.
He was being held on.
And the advantage.
Bizzotto. Bizzotto is up again. What can he do? Gets it away to Kepler. They've still got it virtually in the middle of the ground. Now an opportunity for a long kick by Paxman. Down towards the forward line. He was looking for McCormack. Jarman just pushes it clear towards Abernethy. He gets a high kick. Hocking giving away centimetres. Used the body well, the Scud missile. Brown over the top. Oh, Hart set up. Couldn't take it. Pushed away from him. Roos will clear towards the boundary line. Gives it back to Kepler. The left footer tumbles it up towards the half-forward line. No mark is taken. Fitzroy have possession on the half-back flank. It will come back, and Dundas will take it. Hodges is off for the Crows.
Look at the kick.
Beautiful. Down towards full forward it goes. No mark taken, and another bounce.
See the advantage of the long kick to the forward line. It puts that back line under pressure.
But still not good plays either by both sides because there's too many players running free on both sides. And really, both of them got to really tighten up.
Brendan McCormack was the target.
Well, that's interesting. In some games, when that happens, they pay a 50-metre penalty. And the player did. That's good umpiring by Peter Carey because that player didn't know the free kick had been paid.
Micken It is confusing because he may think that it could be paid to his team anyway, couldn't he?
That's right.
Play the advantage. Micken kick towards the half-back line. FITZROY fighting desperately, so too is McDermott and McGuinness.
Soccer at son.
Dundas. Johnston. Lidner is there. Good work by Bickley. Back towards half-back again, and a strong mark taken by John Ironmonger.
He's done all right tonight, Ironmonger.
Well, he'll pump FITZROY into attack again. Wobbles it up towards full forward. McCormack waiting down, but it's Smart who takes the hand pass. Out towards centre wing. Ironmonger was there once more. Kapler gives him assistance and goes deep into the pocket.
Good mark. Good mark.
Not paid. Not paid.
That looked a mark.
Nick.
Bickley. Smart. And the Crows out of trouble.
Well, FITZROY doing all the attacking. They just can't snaffle that goal. There's Brown with a quick kick. Who's going to be on the end of the loose one? It's FITZROY as they go forward again.
Oh,
here's a Lyon. Brilliant play, Lyon. What's he going to do with it? He's still got it, Ross Lyon. Round the corner he goes to the pocket. Who'll get there first? It'll be FITZROY. As we see Johnston gets it back to Dundas. He goes to ground. Back it comes to, as having a shot as Brett Stevens, and he has put it through for a behind, but they're doing well, FITZROY, but they just can't get that extra goal. And I really reckon if they can get one, it could nearly break the Crows.
First score of the quarter.
I wouldn't write the Crows off. I wouldn't write the Crows off at all.
But a goal would really test it. Oh, it'd make it tough if they got one here, FITZROY. There's Micken.
Lee not sure where to go.
Because they're all being ringed, but there's spare Crows in the centre if he can spot one.
He's headed towards Jarman. Went up a little early. Lidner looks a little tired. He tries to soccer off the ground. Still there battling for it. So too Brown and Jarman. Brown gets a hurried kick. Goes over the centre. Klug. The ball spills free. Smart has run down the ground. He goes short again. Maynard couldn't take the ball cleanly. And Lynch sees it over the line.
Oh. See, there's the conditions. Now, had that have been dry, that would have been a goal. But they were aided by the conditions, FITZROY. Lucky.
Forward pocket. That ball went very quickly to the other end of the ground. Here's a chance for Klug. Oh, he ran into trouble. Brown is at the bottom of the pack. Players charging. Oh, that was almost a throw to Marshall. Here's Big Ironmonger. Picks it up and kicks it. Oh, he's kicked it straight to Marshall, who straightens up, brings it across the face of goal. It's all FITZROY. And over the line it goes in the opposite forward pocket.
It's interesting to note that the runner from FITZROY's gone out and told Brett Stevens to get down the ground, because what's happened is Smart is running off, and we saw what happened with Smart earlier because he nearly got that ball across to Maynard.
FITZROY lead by 9 points. Micken tries to get it down to Hocking. Here's Brown. Now a chance for Baldwin. Oh, good kick that by Baldwin to Dundas. He gets in a hand pass. Jimmy Wine. Very, very good kick. And if that was rugby league, they'd all stand up and clap that kick as it rolls over the line to touch. 7-4 to 5-7. And this is going to be a titanic battle. Ironmonger versus Micken.
The beauty of this, they're all having a red-hot go.
They certainly are, Don. Some players are even ducking back too to try and get into the action. Here we see Jarman. Oh, very cleverly gets it across to Hocking. On to Filkey. To half forward. Some pushing and shoving. Oh, good mark. Top mark. Richard Osborne. What a good mark that was under pressure.
So the skipper setting the example. He's steadying things down. Still a long way to go, but there's very little scoring being done in this match. Wine, a chance. Under pressure, but he sneaks away from Jarman. But Jarman persisted. He got his kick down towards centre wing. Well, that would have been unbelievable if Ironmonger hit the Scud missile. He would have landed up here.
And the crowd hooting Ironmonger. Doesn't he look a ferocious looking character?
Throwing. Ironmonger. He was trying for the roundhouse right.
He reminds me of, remember Russell Crowe that used to play at FITZROY?
Big Russell came from
when he was
Warwick-Nabil, I think.
When he was on the move like Ironmonger, you could just get out of his road.
Russell, he was tough.
Oh, was he tough?
From the throw. Hart hasn't had a major influence on this game.
Oh, good play, Wine.
And over the line
Bickley
once more.
too to put himself on.
Mark Bickley and Jimmy Wine.
Played well with Jimmy.
I wonder why they wouldn't bring Dwayne Rowe on, a fresh man. Also Danny Hughes. They both haven't had a run. They're fresh.
Throw in again. McGuinness can soccer clear. He does. Down towards Klug.
Klug was holding Roos then.
Oh, McGuinness has fired it down, but
Well
he's
done,
caught.
Roos.
Beautifully tackled by Paul Roos.
Why doesn't the umpire see the holding like Klug was holding Roos again?
We might just let you go,
I was
Doc.
just going to say,
the
well, you're
umpires ought to
commentating
wake
well, Don.
The umpires want to wake up to that.
Well,
I agreed. I thought Roos was being held too.
you've got a throw in. It's in the Crows attacking zone. It was. Cleared by Kappa. Back towards the centre. McGrath. It sits, he's in business. It does. Goes onto the left foot. Up towards half forward. McDermott edged
There's
out.
a push out.
And he'll take it. So back into the Crows attacking zone again we'll go. Nip and tuck. Brown at the back. We turned out of one and into the other. Pushed wide. Bickley loses it. Wind. Left foot kick. Doesn't gather a lot of distance. Waiting down Osborne. Now Ozzy might get away here. Goes longer. Up towards half forward. Lidner came out. Couldn't take the mark.
Good play.
Socket off the ground. This will give the chance once more with FITZROY and Johnston.
His leg, wouldn't he?
In towards the pocket, and Lidner will, well, he could almost lose that. He's lost it.
He's lost it.
Well, he propped over it, didn't he, like a pitched tent.
If they pinch that FITZROY player in the third quarter, they have to pay that. Elliott's got it.
A pitched tent. He just sat there. Look at the kick. That's going to be very, very close. And the umpire's coming over to confer what's happening.
Actually, that went through the goal, so this is going to be interesting.
That was a magnificent kick.
What's happening?
Well, Elliott's just waiting there.
No, I think
He's not going to bounce it, is he?
Well, it might have been over the boundary line. Lindner might have had the ball over the boundary line, and that's why the umpire's gone across.
Oh, some idiot is throwing stuff over the fence. What an idiot. A can.
Well, he's going to bounce it. Throw it up. And he's thrown it straight over the line. Oh, listen to the crowd.
That's got to be thrown up again.
So he'll do it again.
Oh, what a game.
Micken, line over the top.
Oh!
Oh!
One behind, gentlemen, to Paul Broderick.
Oh. Good stuff.
It is, isn't it?
Oh, this is terrific.
I'll tell you, he's played a magnificent game for FITZROY, Richard Osborne. Don't look at me like you don't agree, Don. He has been terrific when the pressure has been on. Baldwin at the back. Backup support, Stevens. Should have got his boot to that one. There's players. There's Stevens again charging in after it. Players lying on top of it. 50 metres out from the FITZROY goal. Now they lead by 10 points.
And it's good to look around the ground too, and every man is marked too. Just shows a level of concentration.
And every second that ticks away helping FITZROY, because they are the leaders at the moment. Dundas sees it over the line once more.
Well, if they get the next goal, I've got no doubt they'll win FITZROY.
Well, Adelaide's got to get 2, and they've managed only 5 in over 3.5 quarters of football. Hughes is on. Throw in. Smart. And he loves a run. It reminds me of Zanotti. Lidner's kick. Hughes almost got his first touch over the line on centre wing.
Hughes replacing David Brown. It's a good move too. Get a fresh man on.
And Dwayne Rose warming up.
Under 13 minutes remaining. Micken swipes it at the second attempt. Donato has it stolen by McGuinness, and he couldn't quite get there to give it another belt round the boundary line.
Row on, Johnson off for FITZROY.
Well, the interchange has been used pretty sparingly by both sides tonight. Looking out the back, McGrath leading Jarman, however, and they're holding on there.
He's done well tonight, Jarman. Done really well.
McGrath's played a good game.
Well, not so. They started off well. I don't know. I think Jarman's had the edge on him lately.
Ironmonger flew from behind. And we'll have a ball up on centre wing.
Keep looking at that clock, Sandy. It's under the 12-minute mark.
Ticking away. Not only valuable points, but will no doubt mean valuable dollars for the club.
He was off. He was off. Yes.
He's off now. Hocking, still on centre wing. Handball's away. Rowe. It's a hurried kick. It was a blind kick, and Micken takes the mark. But they having great trouble getting past half forward. Liptak. Now Lee. Oh, a short little chip. Dangerous.
Well done, Broderick. Was it ever?
Hughes. Loses it. Lidnar.
In the back.
And he'll lose it. No, he's got this one.
He just stood there waiting. That was silly.
That's what he did down in the pocket, didn't he?
Silly play by Rowe then to crash into his back.
Lidnar from the centre. Must go long and does. Up towards half forward. Marshall wanting someone going past. Jamison couldn't take it from Liptak. Hughes tried to storm through. Not successful. Fielke running the ball along in front of him. Hooks it round his body. High and towards full forward. No mark taken. Socket clear. Douglas first to it. And he clears for FITZROY. But Hart will be first to the ball.
Pick it up. That's better.
He does. Towards Jarman. Jarman has a look round up forward and straight to Ironmonger, who drops it. Lateral thinking.
Great kick.
So, just over terrific. 10 minutes remaining, Donald. 10 points the margin. And good to have a game like this on a Sunday evening. Wherever you're watching at home, we hope you're enjoying it.
Now he's being held.
Yeah. Oh, that is not right.
Stevens eventually takes Micken out of it, not before Smart gets a kick down towards Jarman in the left forward pocket. Pushed towards the line by McGrath. He'd be happy to see it over. But he doesn't. He kicks it in play and he's still going.
Fantastic play.
And he's got the ball.
He's taken 3 of them on. How good was that? Done, son. Well done.
Have a look at that. Still going. Great play.
It's good, isn't
Justin McGrath, tremendous with the red hair, that shocker red hair, terrific. He's been a good player. There's Ironmonger. Kicked away by Baldwin to centre wing. It was a good mark. This is Bickley bringing it in towards half forward. That's good play. No mark to Jamison. Socket off the ground by Marshall. Richard Osborne paddling it away. Oh, there's Baldwin. Look at the desperation. They pounce in on top of it. Look at the time clock too.
I reckon they might be home.
They've got to get 2 goals.
That's not far. That's only 8 minutes.
1 goal would make it just enormous difference.
It's a long way to go.
8.5 minutes of play left in this game. It's been terrific, this contest. There's Jimmy Wine diving in on top of it. The more FITZROY can do that and let that time clock tick down. But it's the advantage to FITZROY is the fact that the Crows have to get 2 goals, not the 1.
In fact, the Crows kicked 2 in the first term, 2 in the second, when they were kicking with the breeze, and managed only 1 in the third quarter. So goals have not been easy for them. Fielke has it virtually in the middle of the ground, and he goes long. That's a lovely looking kick up towards Klug. Can't take the mark. An attempted sock off the ground doesn't work. Pushed forward by Liptak into the pocket. The kick. It's that fire again.
Oh boy.
Broderick couldn't take the mark, and it's a point.
It's interesting to see Jarman up in that forward pocket with McGrath. He could be a danger up there because he really does know how to get under the packs if they can get it down there.
Lynch to bring it back into play. Hughes. Fresh man on the ground, and he'll pump it deep, no doubt, again. Doesn't get onto it.
He just held that mark too.
Gee, we've had some alls tonight, haven't we, from you two? Wine close to the boundary line. Jimmy keeps it in. Goes to centre wing. Lee. Smart.
It's been a good play.
Caught. Fielke. Look at the pressure. Look at Rowe. He's
good
like
play,
a
Rowe.
terrier. And a throw in on centre wing.
I would have had Rowe on earlier, actually, because the one thing about Rowe is he'll give you something. He mightn't be He might be a little bit short on skill and ability, but he'll certainly give you something. He's a goer.
Now, I've just seen something I haven't seen here at Football Park before. The crowd is starting to leave.
Yes, that's interesting. They might feel as though they've lost it, but I'll tell you what, there's certainly time. Under 7 minutes, they only need 2 goals. There's Micken, slightly off the side of Jarman up in front. Good mark. He got that a little bit too easily.
He's going to be a problem, this fellow.
Yeah. Now Jarman will go for the long bomb. It'll drop short. It'll be a FITZROY mark taken by Roos. Those experienced players doing well. And look at Lynch. That was magnificent play by FITZROY. Good play by Lynch. Hand pass to Lyon. Ross Lyon should kick it as long as he can. There it is. Bickley. Oh, he can't take the mark. Dundas worked hard. Bickley grabs it. Nearly brought the ground. Breaks away. Good play, Bickley. He goes short, and he's found a teammate in Jamison. Now, was he off?
Could be 50.
Or is it 50?
It's 50,
No.
surely.
It's not.
Why isn't that? Because that was a mark, and he was tripped after he had the mark.
Because I think the umpire might have thought he played on, Don. That's the only thing you could think. Oh, there's Paxman over the belt. Hart was too slow to get back. I thought Hart should have marked that.
Elliott off too. Elliott off and Connell coming back on.
Well, time clock. Well, it's a free kick to Hart. Now he's going short to the pocket. Oh, marked it Jarman. We thought he might be the danger man. Could he go to the check side from here, Sandy? Probably a little bit too far.
Yeah, this distance is going to test him with that
I'll
kick.
tell you what, look at the pass.
That's good.
Now it will lift the roof off this stadium if he kicked this goal from the boundary line. It'll be a very difficult shot.
He's going to check side.
He's going to check side. Now let's have a look. It'll land up in the goal square. The flyer at the back. Micken, no mark. The FITZROY players try and pounce in on Eddie Hocking playing for the free kick. And players pouncing on top of it. He'll be a bounce.
Why didn't they go for the fist over the boundary line then?
Now, Hocking
Well,
has been
Fisto.
reported. Hocking's been reported. I think he's had a few words to say to the umpire. And his name's going in the book. Little Hocking, and listen to the crowd. And there's a man, a very demonstrative man. He doesn't know what's going on.
Good to see his son happy, though.
Well, let's see. I thought he took a bit of a dive, Eddie Hocking. Let's have a look. Oh, not much in that. Good umpiring. And Hart, his name might be in the book too.
Come on, boys.
Harold Hart.
I'd worry more about
Come on, boys,
scoring a
let's
couple
go.
of goals.
Let's go.
Well, great effort this by FITZROY. Can they hang on, Sandy?
I think they might. We've got just under 5 minutes remaining.
Oh, free
That's a
kick
free
to
kick.
Ironmonger.
It's not paid, Pete, I'm sorry. Socket off the ground. Roos is there. And Paul Roos, steady in a crisis. Puts it out in front of McGrath. He pushes it along.
Put your
And
body
beats it
behind
over
it.
the line.
Oh. Now what the Crows have got to do is what they did at the latter part of the third quarter. Bring the ball back in towards the centre, over the back, not down there, because it's going to be hard to get away. As this is just what FITZROY want. FITZROy will push the ball that way. The Crows have got to bring it over the back. Now that's what FITZROY did yesterday. Finished up with McPherson. It was a great hit out by Wind. McPherson got onto it and it was a point. Level the scores.
From the throw-in. Klug's hand pass finds Filkey.
Oh, good tackle.
Beautifully tackled. Socket clear once again. Inside 50 now. Jarman at the back. Can't get a run at the football.
Ooh. Wasn't he kicked the FITZROY, holding the man.
Yep.
What about kicking in danger? Has that gone out?
Frank Bozzotto, the young man from West Preston. Goes to the outer side. The rain appears to have ceased.
Good play by Ironmonger. You see what he did there?
Tap over the back.
Tap
and with
over the back.
3.5 minutes remaining. I think the bird has flown, and this is going to be a big night for Lions supporters. They've been behind the 8 ball, but they've battled, and on this particular occasion, they've certainly won. McCormack kicked a couple of goals early on in the game. And the crowd streaming out now.
He's a big boy, McCormack, isn't he?
He's a big boy. And don't they go strangely quiet?
Who?
The Crows supporters when there's a loss coming up. Not a lot happening.
Oh, hang on.
Filkey.
Don't write them off yet.
No, there's still time.
Socket, that's the way.
Jamison couldn't take it cleanly. Could have been some holding on there.
Well done, McGrath, to follow up.
And he's still going. Now it's over the line. It's been a solid work, and his captain, Richard Osborne, comes over and picks him up. And still that man's not happy.
They're experienced players, Fitzroy, on their back line have been great when the pressure's been on this last quarter. Here's Ironmonger.
That's a good hit out from Fitzroy's point of view. It's not what the Crows want, though.
And that's twice over the other side. He tapped it over the back, over the line, and that time he just punched it back. And the crowd now streaming out of the ground. Haven't seen that over here too often this year. The ball still on centre wing. Bizzotto working hard. Oh, there's Dwayne Rowe charging in after it. Lies on top of it. Now it's a chance as Klug gets it to Jamison. Is this the last hurrah for the Crows? Maynard appealing for the free kick, and he's got it. Advantage paid. Lip tap. Well, that was no real advantage to them on that occasion.
He's got 4 to beat, 5 to beat.
Here's Marshall. What a strong tackle. What a magnificent
It's a free kick. Let it go.
Oh, that was a magnificent tackle. I'd love to have a look at this. Bang. Oh, great tackle. He's been penalised.
Well, we can't see that.
What did you think of that?
I'd like to see.
No. Marshall's got the kick from 30 metres, what I thought was a sensational tackle.
And the clock ticking down, 1 minute 20.
Well, he's directly in front, Marshall, and I think he's popped it through for a goal, so the game's not over yet.
4 seconds remaining. And the
got to get a goal. They've got to get a goal.
Well, he's a long, long way out. He just kicks over the centre. They need a mark.
Hold.
Another free kick.
Oh,
another free kick.
He was held initially.
30 seconds remaining. Jarman. He's got to go long.
Why did he go out there?
He's gone to Paul Roos, who couldn't take the mark. But Roos tries to bottle it up.
Now Boy's going to hold it.
Oh, this is murder. Absolute murder.
No, it's on, Peter. Now they all know.
Jamison is going to take the ball. He's kicked 2 goals.
If they win this game, it's been pinched. Absolutely stolen by...
well, it's going to be the last kick of the day. This is going to be the last kick.
Well, watch this on replay.
Look at it.
He's trying to make an effort.
But Jamison is... I'll tell you what.
Might have been for a throw.
They've got the best guy having the kick. He is a great kick. Is he going the torpedo punt?
No.
The siren has gone. The siren has gone. This kick, if it's a goal, will win the match for the Crows from 47 metres.
Will make the distance.
Oh, he's kicked it. They stolen it. It's a goal.
Absolute murder. Absolute murder.
Unbelievable finish. Well, the Crows supporters are absolutely jubilant. And you are absolutely stunned.
I am stunned because the better side lost, and I reckon that was absolute daylight robbery.
Well, Jamison has kicked 3 goals, and the Adelaide Crows, well, that's the biggest robbery I've seen since the Great Train robbery.
Come on, 3 free kicks in a minute, and every one of them doubtful. That is murder.
Well, the Fitzroy players naturally stunned.
I won't say any more, but you saw it for yourself.
Well, you're the comments man. Don, say something.
Don, say something.
Well, I'm speechless. I just cannot believe it. What can you say? I mean, the picture told the story. I thought that free kick on Marshall was really very, very, very doubtful. And that one, I don't know why he gave that. Was it a throw? Because he was attempting to get rid of the ball from underneath. But the umpire gave the signal like dropping the ball or holding the ball.
We'll throw to Matt Stevens down the boundary, who's got Rodney Jamison with him.
Well, we're trying to get him, actually. I've lost him. We're in the middle of the crowd here. Jamo, congratulations. I mean, that's 1 kick, son, you'll never forget.
Mate, I won't forget that one for a long time. Don't worry about that.
Well, you obviously heard the siren go. What was going through your mind?
Mate, all I was worried about is just kicking that goal.
But what? Hey, honestly, you'll never forget it?
No, I won't.
Well, you came from behind and you did it. Well done.
Thanks,
a big night tonight?
It will be.
I'm sure it will be. But, well, I think everyone's, the Crow fans naturally are absolutely elated.
They should never have won it.
But let's have a look at the kick. I mean, it's a good, very, very good kick.
Yeah, like, you've got to give credit to the man who had the kick, don't you?
Well, he's
really
the best kick in the team.
That was a terrific kick.
Right, well, let's just take a break, I think, to steady the ship a little. But Adelaide have stolen this game. We'll check the final scoreline. Adelaide 7-8, 50, have beaten FITZROY 7-5, 47. Finish to an extraordinary game of football. Adelaide have stolen the points. They kicked 2 goals, 1 in the final term. FITZROY could manage just a couple of behinds in the final scoreline. Victory to Adelaide by 3 points, 7-8, 50. FITZROY 7-5, 47. Before we went to the break, Don Scott, well, I haven't seen you speechless on too many occasions, but you were absolutely stunned at what unfolded.
You can, Sandy, but we look at those decisions. Now, OK, fine, those decisions happen. We realise that. But you ought to ask yourself, why did the ball get down there in the first place? You know, were FITZROY really committed when that goal was scored? The ball went back.
Well, let's have a look at the
after Marshall. Now, there's one decision. OK, that is the wrong decision. That is the wrong decision. We agree. OK, the ball goes back to the centre. What about the commitment from the FITZROY guys when the ball went down there in the centre? Because it was a free kick to Jarman. Why wasn't McGrath in front going for the ball? Why weren't the rest of the FITZROY guys going in hard after the ball and pushing it their way? You know, and we can talk about the Jamison decision, but this is a free kick initially to Roos. Now, watch this. There, Roos got the ball. Now he'll be tackled. Well, I suppose you could say he was still in control of the ball. Then he's pulled off. What about around the neck? Now, here's the penalty. And was that... He said the umpire gave the signal like dropping the ball. That was the decision that the umpire gave, or he was holding the ball. It was like that. So you make up your mind. 2 bad decisions, but then again, FITZROY can ask themselves, why did the ball get down there?
Hasn't it caused a stir?
Oh, I mean, 1 minute they're yelling at the umpire. That's right. There's just nothing. The Crows or the supporters realised what was happening because a lot of them left. We mentioned that through the commentary. But look, on a day like today, you just can never give up until the final bell really does go. And you know, with 1 kick, I mean, they can cover ground a ball on a day. You just have to get onto it. And that was a beautiful kick. And we also should compliment Jamison for his kick because that was a kick under pressure, a real pressure kick.
Donald?
Don't mean a thing.
OK, fine, we won't talk about
Don't mean a thing because the stats, you know, it really comes back to winning the ball tonight. And, you know, it was a credit to both sides. I thought it was a terrific effort from both teams.
Comments man, producer, director, you've done the lot. Don't need the stats.
Oh.
Darn it, we'll
no,
go to
we
a
like
break
a contest.
Right, we'll have a break. Still talking about it. Peter McKenna just saw all the radio boys, and interestingly enough, all the South Australian press and radio have just said murder.
Well,
and I don't mean a lot of Crows.
Well, listen, FITZROY really did try hard. They really did try hard, but that's the way the game goes, isn't it? It is really bad luck. And in a day like today, they say you've got to make your own luck in football. But on days like today, it's an element of luck. And you saw it. It was luck.
All right, let's go down to the South Australian side's rooms because Max Stevens is there with their chief, Bob Hammond. Max?
Thanks very much, Sandy. Well, Bob, I suppose there's an old saying, if you just plug away and plug away, things will come your way, and it did, but maybe a little close for comfort tonight.
Well, obviously very close for comfort, but I guess the old saying, if you keep on trying, you're always a chance.
Overall, South Australia's performance, or the Adelaide Crows' performance, what did you think of it? How would you sum it up?
Well, it was full of courage. It wasn't one of our best performances as far as using the ball and that sort of thing's concerned, but I think that it's we've always said that this year's a learning process, and maybe it's poetic justice in the respect that we lost a game by 2 points, having led all night against North Melbourne, and we've got up to win a game by a very narrow margin, and it is the old saying, if you keep on trying, you're always a chance.
OK, the wet conditions, they're not conditions that the Adelaide side is used to. Is that something you're going to have to work on, particularly when you're playing in Melbourne? We saw it last week at Cardinia Park.
I didn't consider that the wet conditions had anything to do with our defeat at Cardinia Park. They played far too well for us. I think that we obviously are adjusting to the wet conditions, but we haven't had no sides had wet conditions until this weekend, and everyone's going to have to adjust their game.
I'm going to have to ask you about the umpiring. What did you think of the umpiring tonight? The Adelaide crowd obviously didn't like it. Your opinion?
would be inappropriate for me to say anything other than it's the first time I've ever been to a sporting contest and heard a chant like I heard tonight.
What was that chant?
I think you heard it.
I
It
definitely
rhymes with
did.
beat.
Okay, thanks very much. What he's saying there is cheat, 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 but we can't comment on that. Bob, thanks very much for your time. Let's go back to Sandy Roberts.
Yes, thank you. And we will have a look at some of the stats now. We predicted, Don, you said in the closing stages, this is the man that could do some damage, and he certainly did.
Yes, the beauty of Andrew Jarman is the fact he's prepared to get under a pack and he knows where the ball is, when it is coming down to the way he does it in the centre is really quite amazing. And the way they were peppering the goals there, the big guys were flying. All it was Jarman to get underneath. Well, he got free kicks, didn't he? And but he was still a real problem. And 34 possessions. I thought young McGrath did well early, but just couldn't go on. Dundas, I was really happy for Dundas because he does put himself in. He just hasn't got the big, strong frame, but that'll come with maturity. But he certainly did put himself in a day which wasn't suited to him. Filkey on a wing, I'm impressed with every time I see Filkey. He really has become a really good player. It's a pity he didn't show this when he was at Collingwood. And Richard Osborne, I thought a good player on the back line tonight, because he's had that problem with the knee and he's been playing up forward and maybe he just hasn't got the confidence in the knee. But up on the back line, he can run straight at the ball, and he did some very good things tonight. And Nigel Smart running down off the back line. There was a compliment that the runner went out and told Brett Stevens, his immediate opponent, get back down into the forward line because Smart will run off, and he did on occasions. And I thought he was a good player as well. Justin McGrath, well, look, he's picked up 21 possessions, and he was Jarman's immediate opponent. He started well, but I just didn't think he went on. But then on occasions, when he had to, he took on 3 Crows there at one stage. Terrific effort. Another effort on the centre wing where he pushed the ball over the boundary line. But, you know, he's got to learn to stick maybe a little closer to his man.
How's your tipping going this weekend?
3 out of 3.
You liar.
Well, what did he call yesterday?
There's been 4 matches.
4. Who won? Oh, West Coast. Yeah, 4 out of 4.
You only got 1 yesterday.
I got 2. Don't argue. Well, I got 2.
We'll take a break. We're going to work this out. At the moment, I want to clarify your tipping. You got Carlton, did you?
Yeah, I've got Carlton.
FITZROY, you're counting?
Yes.
Can't. That was a
draw.
draw.
No, you count that as a
West
win.
Coast, you got?
Yeah, West
and
Coast.
The Crows.
And the Crows.
Oh, you're a little thief as well.
I'm going for the 7. The first time for years I'm going to go for 7.
Good luck. Let's go down to the Crows once again. We said Grant Filkey had a big night. Here he is with Max.
Certainly did, Sandy. Grantley, you must be happy with the way you're playing. Maybe not last week or the week before, but tonight back in business.
Well, I think my performance last week was disgraceful, and it's good just to get a few kicks again and help the side out, which was a tremendous win tonight.
Certainly was. Did you say anything to Jamo just before he kicked that ball?
Well, Eddie was going to take the kick, and I thought, oh, no. But as soon as Jamo's a very, very good kick for going a long kick, and I knew we were in the chance as soon as Jamo had the kick.
Well, many of the commentators believe your football has changed dramatically since they saw you play for Collingwood. What has been the difference?
I think the environment, plus Graham comes and speaks to me, and he tells me what he wants. And he told me this year my tackling didn't improve, me chasing, I wouldn't get a game, and I've just tried every week to improve in those areas.
Well, do you personally think that you're a different player?
Not really. I think you're in a team environment, you've got a bunch of blokes you really enjoy playing with. I think it all just helps.
Well, you're probably, in one way, you could say you're lucky to get out of jail tonight. What did Graham say at 3/4 time? I noticed the voice was starting to slip away from Mr. Corns.
I think we had a fair amount of the play, more of the play than what FITZROY did, but we just weren't converting. He just said, keep it going, keep pushing, and things will work out. Things weren't working out up to the 25-minute mark, but we got out of jail, we certainly did, and you feel a bit sorry for FITZROY, but we'll take everything we can get.
It certainly will. Grantley, thanks very much for your time.
Thanks very much, Max.
Time now to check the CUB AFL 1991 Premiership Season League ladder.
Yes, tremendous interest in the ladder as it stands at the moment. Of course, we've still got 3 games to complete the round, but the West Coast still doing absolutely nothing wrong. Catch me if you can, they're saying. And in their wake are Essendon, North Melbourne, St Kilda, Melbourne and Hawthorn. But I want